So, concerning John and Jennifer Banks and the care that they gave my children, and all the calls that they kept making, here's an example of what John Banks gets away with reporting. So, he had a friend, Kevin Dean, and he gave Kevin Dean permission to take our daughter out of state for the weekend to a horse show. My daughter loves horses. She would spend much time at Kevin Dean's with his wife, with them teaching her how to care for horses. She's been to Delhi College for vet tech. She's loved animals her whole life, and her passion is horses. She'd been to shows before with Kevin, but John got pissed because there was a fight between John and Kevin over something to do with Kevin fixing one of John's trucks or something, and he wasn't going to do it for free or however it worked out. So while Kevin had our daughter, which I was not asked permission, I'm not clued in about any of this, he called the FBI and reported that Kevin, while he had our daughter out of state, kidnapped her and was sexually abusing her. He got away with that. Now, unlike what my children do when he calls and reports me, Brittany stuck up for Kevin and said, no, this never happened. Kevin, whom I hardly even know, he showed up at my house looking for support. Tammy, I didn't do this. You got to talk to the FBI. John's psycho. I don't know why he's doing this. And I said, Kevin, absolutely no problem. I know exactly how he is. I know what he does. Called the FBI, and they actually came and talked to everyone. How does John Banks get away with this? I don't understand. So for that false report, when everyone told the FBI he's a fucking liar, it's not even what happened, everyone meaning Kevin, Brittany, Kevin's wife, whoever else they talked to, I was not made aware of any of this. I was not privy to any of this information. I found out afterwards, but I sure as fuck told the FBI everything I knew about John. Everything. Yes, I did. Like I tell everyone all the time. Like I told RIT when they were here in Delaware County, when they arrived in Walton. Yes, I did. I told them everything. I tell everyone. John, you and Jennifer accusing me of medical neglect when I was taking the kids to Oneana every week for allergy shots, that's medical neglect? Are you fucking kidding me? And because John fucks the goddamn caseworkers, I get indicated, even though I signed the releases, that social services had all the information. They were going to the doctor every fucking week. That's medical neglect. I get accused of not feeding my kids, although I've put pictures on Facebook now. All of this can be proven. Do you know what comes out? The truth. The truth. Do you know what the pattern is? Every time my kids would go to John's, they would starve. They would lose weight. I've posted pictures on my Facebook. They'd move back in with me, and then they'd fatten up again. Brittany, for one entire year, did not gain a pound living there during her growing years. Didn't grow an inch, didn't gain a pound, because they were not being fed. Jennifer, a meal, according to Jennifer, is tomato soup and noodles. That's goulash, according to her. But all their money for food would get spent on her super expensive vegetarian shit. My kids were eating goulash and noodles, and she was eating $10 hot dogs. $10 for a pack of hot dogs, which I believe have 5 in it, for vegan shit. She's buying tofu and all this other bullshit. Oh, John gets fed steak. But my kids ate noodles and tomato soup. Jennifer, you know how I know this? Not only from the kids telling me. I popped in one time and sat in on lunch, didn't I? You're a liar, Jennifer. You have blamed my children, who are barely older than yours, for every move your kids have ever made. You blame my son Nathan that your son started drugs, when it was John that started drugs with both of them. But when anybody tries to tell you, you pull the whole Baptist wife thing. I gotta stand by my man. He'd never do such a thing. Not my Johnny Pot. No way. It's all those kids. And it's their dirty, rotten mother. Remember telling my kids I had a blood disease? Telling them they shouldn't hug or kiss me? Do you remember that? And they didn't. For a long time, they didn't. And I couldn't understand why. I thought it was just because of the separation, whatever happened. And I finally asked them, I can't believe you fucking told my kids, do not hug and kiss your mother. Your son, Jennifer, and I don't care how many times you threaten to beat me up. I'm not afraid of you. You're disgusting. You need not to come around me because I don't want you fucking cooties if you want to be childish and that's how you want to do this. I'm going to come beat you up. No, you're not, okay? Save your fighting for your bar fights. Yeah, Jennifer, that's what you do, not me. Your son, Vincent Giovanetti, stabbed John Banks in the side, beat the fuck out of his face, but all that gets covered up with the police. But you will call the police on every little thing my kid does, every little goddamn thing Nathan does. Even if it's not him, you find a way to twist it around to make it look like him. And because John prayed for a woman with credit and everything's in your name, all he is the workhorse in the situation, isn't he? You can't allow him to leave. You have to run out to his truck when he wants to get the fuck away from you, which he has for years. Do you and I know? Because he calls me and tells me, Jennifer, fur. Isn't that his nice nickname for you, one of them? You would call the police on my son. You wanted to call public health and report him on his permanent record that he wasn't wearing his COVID mask. Well, neither was half the fucking country with them down below their nose. You tattling little fucking bitch. Your son was drunk driving, plowed over someone's mailbox, and somehow you and John got that all covered up. You have blamed my son for every move your son has ever made, when it was John that got them into both of it. Both of them into all of it. Not Nathan, it was John. And you work for a fucking drug dealer. Your husband does drugs. You do drugs. And you can't understand why your son does it. You're going to blame my son? You're disgusting, Jennifer. You're busted. Your shit is over. You better not hurt those grandbabies. Remember drugging all my kids with Benadryl to make them go to bed at night? Ashley calling my mom and my mom calling me, telling me, you better call over there right now. Ashley sounds like she's drunk. I call over. Yup, she's slurring speech and everything else. I ask her what's wrong. Oh, Jennifer gave me my Benadryl to go to bed. We take them every night. Jennifer. You're busted, bitch. You're fucking busted. And you're not going to touch a hair on my head. Try it. I will call the cops on you. I really sincerely hope you are still not driving that school bus for Green. My daughter Brittany is the one that called me, concerned, wanted to turn you in for it. And I told Brittany, before you turn her in, you better call and warn your father. He wants to get rid of her anyway. I don't think anybody ever turned her in. To my knowledge, she's still driving that bus, drunk, and on Ambien. She pops John's Ambien all day. It's not even her prescription. Do you know how I know all this? John and my kids. John, your husband. John. He can't stand you. I don't care what he says to your face. What he says behind your back speaks volumes. You can believe whatever you want. You just are credit to him. I cannot wait until these kids start talking and your kids start telling what John has done to them when they're not afraid of you two anymore. When you quit sticking up for John and start sticking up for your own kids and blaming mine. You two belong in jail. You've skimmed money off that goddamn company you've been working for since you've been there. John still runs around telling everyone, I'm going to be a partner someday. No, you're not, John. Nobody over there can stand either of you. Do you know how I know? Because the kids come and tell me everything over there. Everything that's going on over there. The guys in the shop. The t-shirt shop. I know everything. They call Jennifer Jesus. Because all she does is go in there preaching her goddamn Bible-thumping Baptist bullshit, telling everyone how to live their lives, knowing that they're all doing drugs. She's doing it, but just to make herself feel better, she's got to preach the gospel. I got to tell everyone, you got to find Jesus. No, Jennifer, you're not Jesus. Why did you call me asking me my advice on what to do about John? Because he kept sexually abusing you, kept forcing you to have sex when you didn't want to. And what did I tell you? Tell him no. It's what I used to do. Tell him no. What'd you say? I don't want to get all riled up every night. Tell him no. You called me. John called me first one day. I'm leaving Jennifer. I can't take this anymore. Blah, blah, blah. And I said, John, you better think about it. You better think about it. There's going to be ramifications for this. Jennifer calls me. I want to leave John. I don't want to be with him anymore. Why are you fucking calling me, bitch? If there's a side to be had in this, as much as I fucking hate John, I'm on his side. He's the father of my children. I have no choice. You're just some fucking chick with credit he happened to marry. He could have met anyone. You're nothing. Absolutely nothing. Him and you split up. You're nothing. Do you know the only reason that I told the two of you, no, I ain't getting in the middle of it. You guys better think about this. You better think about what you're doing. Because John was not leaving you and ending up with some 22-year-old twit that was going to be even meaner to my kids. No. I wasn't helping either of you get away from the other one. No. Nope. Vincent couldn't even help you get away from him, could he? Jennifer, isn't that the little plan when you guys were at the bar? When you got in the bar fight because somebody was picking on Vincent? Because you're such an adult. You're such a good role model, you drunken piece of shit. Then, y'all went back. You had Vincent, Nathan and Vincent's friend Nick beating John up with, I'm going to call it a tire iron. I don't know what it was. A lead pipe, tire iron, something. Some big metal pole. And you filmed it from around the corner. You didn't come out and stop it. You didn't come out and rescue John. Why were you filming it? All you were doing with that film was implicating your son. Is that why you never followed through with your plan? You don't get away from him that easy, you bitch. No, you don't. That's what you wanted? That's the bed you made? You get to lie in it. I'm not helping you leave him. No. You know what you get to do? The same thing I had to. Do it your fucking self.